Hey, what's up, YouTube? Salutations, Straight Six Man checking in here for I guess technically my third episode. It's been a crazy week. Um, so tried doing one last Sunday, I think, but still had the old webcam on time lapse. I think you guys probably saw my stencil video. So yeah, didn't get. I thought I actually had a pretty good video done. 20 minutes. I actually showed you how to do something. So unfortunately, but quick update. Got the uh, got the drawer done. I was talking about here under the workbench. Pretty stoked about that. I went ahead and put all of my screwdrivers and fasteners and things of that nature in. I didn't because of the stencil project. Took up a ton of time there on Saturday. Didn't get a chance to clean out the garage, but I did on Sunday do a quick clean. Didn't maybe this weekend I'll get it done the rest of the way. Do oh let's call it the complete scrub down. I like to do that. Get the garden hose out, scrub things down, a little soap and water. Um, but yeah, so that's that. And quick update too. There back in the far corner, you can see the Dana 30 axle. Got the box underneath there on the little carrier I've made. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but got a tie rod off of eBay, so I can move that project along a little bit. Turns out when you don't use eBay for a really long time, like myself, they send you coupons, and I got my centrifugal clutch there a while back for got $10 off a $25 purchase. Tie rod was $25 off of a $100 purchase, so pretty stoked about that. Then we'll fast forward to Tuesday. Wanted to do another video to make up for what I lost on Sunday, and but what I did on Sunday, I cleaned the carb out, got some carb cleaner, and then I had a on the 2-horse. Then I just kind of let it bathe overnight in like a bucket of carb cleaner. So then I was setting up the old webcam up here on the shelf, and was making sure my tablet, oh there we are, was in nice stable condition when I was moving the old tablet. Fell off, and out of all places on the workbench, this guy submerged right into, yes, this is a reenactment, submerged right into the carb cleaner. So here, I took it inside, tried to get it all cleaned back up, and plugged it in. It still worked, actually, but what I found was somehow the microphone was completely fine, but the video recording was lagged behind there. So I looked like a bad Japanese dubbed video, so I don't think you guys want to see that. Quick update too. I did figure out how to fix the old recoil. Pretty excited about that. Watched plenty of YouTube videos on that, and I probably would have done one of my same because I think I did it a little different than most people suggest. However, what we will show, well, I might do a separate video for this actually, just because to keep under the old 15-minute mark, but we'll see. So in here, by the way, yeah, one of the videos I did notice the guy made a special comment on these little tabs here, up here. Boop, boop. There's supposed to be 4 of them, and he said specifically don't bend all 4 in because you need to save some in case one breaks. Well, I looked at mine. Mine only had 2, and as you might notice, the second one broke. So hopefully, if I have enough time on this video, I'll show you my solution to that. I think it's gonna work. But yeah, I'm just pretty excited. I've got the recoil back in pretty good fashion. So anyway, one of the other things I did on Sunday, like I said, so I pulled the carb off and was cleaning it, and so I got that all cleaned up. The other thing I did in that process, of course, I pulled the gas tank off, and when I did it, I tried doing a cold start when first weekend I brought this back home with me. But when I emptied the gas, so I put a little gas in the gas tank. When I emptied the gas tank, this is what I came up with. And as you can see, that's not the color of gas. It's almost ruby red diesel, almost off-road diesel. So needless to say, I actually have the gas tank pulled off. It's filled with vinegar at the moment. Hopefully I can pour that out on video and you guys can watch with me, see what condition it's in. Vinegar apparently is one way to clean your gas tanks out of rust. But the other thing I did in the process was I pulled the head off. Oh, there goes my gasket. So I'll put that back on. And it would have been better first time around because you guys would have seen it with me what condition the cylinder wall is in. But good news is I think pretty good. And so you can here have a look. Now I'm wanting to hear from you guys. Is this a good look for the valves? Or are those, does that tell me anything? Are they too black? I feel like that's probably normal, but again, I'm not super well versed in. I'm more of the book smart car guy, not the street smart. So if you guys can tell me that. Now we got a little bit of crud here and there, incidental crud on the piston, but I think for the most part, not really scratched up are the cylinder walls. Of course, I say that and I feel it. I think you can feel a little bit. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I think it looks okay. Again, this is a low budget build. I'm going to say low budget, not like Briggs and Stratton parts are super expensive or anything, but I mean, it's the rat rod fashion. I don't want to build a piece of crap, but at the same time, I don't need to, if it'll run for half a year, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I had the wrong attitude about that, but it's just to have a little fun here on Memorial Day weekend. The other thing, I went ahead and bought a new spark plug, so here's the old spark plug, which I don't think really was in that bad a shape. I really don't. But spark plugs are cheap, right? So I was just going to buy another one to be safe. And the other thing is down here, this thing's kind of bent, so I don't know if I'm getting a bad connection there. So I just thought, what the heck, I'll just buy a new spark plug anyway. That's cheap, right? Well, I go to O'Reilly's Auto Parts and trying to cross-reference the what they have in stock compared to what I need. And the guy tells me the only thing they have are these fancy pants E3 things, which retail for about $6. And I was like, man, really, $6? Well, I guess I have this pet peeve where if I can get everything I need to shop for at one place, I'm going to do it. And I had bought the other two things, the carb cleaner and something else I needed at O'Reilly's, and I didn't really want to. There was a Tractor Supply around the corner, but I have this pet peeve of like putting a $1.40 charge on my debit card. I don't know why. But lo and behold, I'm a O'Reilly's rewards card member, so I got $5 off. So at the end of the day, I spent the same amount as a normal one. But anyway, yeah. So shoot. Okay. Yeah, we'll save we'll save the actual tooling for the very end here. I want to show you guys a couple things back here, and I got the wagon disassembled here, so you can see it. I'm gonna sit in this bad boy, give you a sense of scale. Here we are, of exactly how one might fit into this thing, and you'll find out pretty quick how tiny this thing is. So here we are, an adult sitting in this little bad boy. I think I'm going to make some sort of feet rest outboard of the pan up here. It's going to be pretty tight. Get a steering wheel in here, so I'm not quite sure what the steering wheel's going to look like, but I do know what the steering system is going to look like. Neighbor kids playing out in my driveway. Awesome. So anyway, this thing, neighbor of mine moved away next door. The guy was renting at the time. Um, the owner of the house, I think, got in a divorce, and instead of paying the mortgage with rent money from our neighbors, I think he was spending it on other things to help keep up with lawyer fees or whatever. So the renter got asked to move because the house was foreclosed on. So it's kind of sad because it's an older couple. Um, the gentleman had just recovered from bypass surgery, and he was retired vet, retired union worker up in the auto plant, and so he did all right, I think, financially, but they still had some bills to pay, I think, from the surgery. So the wife still had to work, and she was probably in her 60s, late 60s. But anyway, they had this wagon here, and when they're moving, wherever they're moving to doesn't really have a yard. So Dave was his name, asked me if I wanted this wagon. At the time, I really wasn't that stoked about it because my yard's tiny as it is, and I guess I can get by without it. And I don't have a place to store it, so this sat outside back in our hedgerow out back. But you know, the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a second, I think that thing has some spindle steering on it, so I think I'm gonna rob the spindles here off of this thing for the old rat rod radio flyer. I think it's gonna work out pretty slick because I don't know how well you can see how it works down here, but I think I can almost reverse all this and have a strap like this run underneath the chassis up to my steering to get up into the pan, and then do something relatively clean and hidden. The other thing is I'm really curious about what it might look like if I flip these spindles. Let's see if we can't get you guys a better view here. Instead of this being the top of the spindle and this being the bottom, what if this was the top and this was the bottom? Really get that thing down low. So pretty excited about that. And the other thing is even the tires, I think you guys can see, might actually be go-kart worthy as well. They're a turf tire. I think the trick's going to be is the 5-bolt hub here. Do 3 of these match up to like those typical go-kart 3-bolt hubs that I like to sell? I know for sure I can get them to work in the front, obviously, because those spindles are made for these tires, or these tires are made for these spindles. But the back's going to be the trick with the live axle and how I go about just locking those bad boys in. So there's that, and it looks like I've got maybe just enough time here. Separate video. What I think I'm going to do right now is pour out the gas tank full of vinegar and see what we're left with. Just because you guys will see it first with me. It's been sitting now for about an hour 15. So we'll see what effects vinegar has on a rusty gas tank. Once again, awesome to have this drawer. I've got, in addition to my screwdrivers, the most common tools I use inside, which would be a box cutter being one of them, putty knife the other. So here we go. Here's the moment of truth. Let's see what vinegar. This was a normal vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, which I've heard supposedly does better. See what kind of color this is. And I'll be honest, kind of disappointed. Unless my tank's really that clean, but you can see right through that, so looks like I'll have to go the sand and water route. So oh well. Well, thanks for checking in. Hopefully, again, I'll have some better videos here coming up. Update on my desktop. I'm getting that back tomorrow, so I can start to do some graphic stuff and whatnot. So, but hey, till next time, peace out.